In a few seconds, his gun was empty and Hoppity was unscathed.
I had a line to say here, but it was censored.
Yes, and it looks as if one's about to happen to Hoppity, for he's trapped in the back of a driverless truck, careening downhill to Hairpin Corner.
Makes you feel warm all over, doesn't it?
Don't fail to see our next episode. When last we saw Hoppity, he was in a bit of a decline and going downhill fast.
You said it.
Trapped in the back of Waldo Wigglesworth's snake oil van, he was approaching Hairpin Corner at tremendous speed.
That's right.
It looks as if Hoppity is doomed.
Can't you say anything pleasant?
Well, it's a nice day for it.
Thanks.
And Windrip started out of the cab to attack our hero. Unfortunately, he forgot how close he was to the edge.
But now I remember.
But Waldo was too late, and the miraculous hair-growing water fell untouched to the ground.
Oh, I wouldn't say that.
Well, boys and girls, here we are left with a vacant lot full of holes and no more story. Unless, of course, but no, that couldn't happen, could it? I mean, a pair of claws just couldn't take us and it... Well, our friends are really in a hole.
Did you have to say that?
Just how they are planning to use Fillmore, I don't quite know.
I don't quite know either.
Well, watch the next episode then, stupid.
Okay.
Yes, ladies and gentlemen, do tune in to the next episode.
All right, everybody, back up against that fence. Hurry up, put your hands up. Not you, stupid. You're one of us.
Oh, that's right. I'm one of them. Us. Get those hands up.
Now, wait, Waldo.
Put me down, will you? I'm wasting all this footwork.
Yeah, but we can't run off and leave Hoppity.
We could make the effort.
Yeah, but think of all the boys and girls watching this show.
This is no time to worry about ratings.
What would all them kids out there think of you if you ran away and left Hoppity with a giant?
They'd think I was a cowardly fink.
Sure they would.
And they'd be right.
Well, before we begin our story, let's look at our cast of characters, shall we? First, here's Hoppity Hooper, our hero.
Hiya, hero worshippers.
Next in line is Fillmore, the strongest bear in captivity.
Captivity, Wisconsin, that is.
And last but not least, here's Waldo Wigglesworth. He, too, is famous.
True.
Waldo's well-known features look down from the walls of post offices and police stations all over the country.
That's a secret weapon?
It's an inflatable Waldo.
An inflatable Waldo?
Yeah, a balloon shaped just like Waldo.
A balloon shape?
Will you stop repeating the dialogue and pull the lever?
Now, why would anybody want to toss a bomb into here?
Well, it certainly helped the plot.
And besides that...
Well, in our last episode, we finally met the lost Duchess of Dashet Hall. She was indeed 12 feet tall, 120 years old, and surrounded by a solid gold frame. For the lost Duchess was really an enormous full-length oil painting worth a fortune.
And right now, she's in possession of Lime Juice Louie and his band of cutthroats.
That's us.
Heavens, that was Lime Juice Louie and his band of cutthroats.
I heard the man.
But perhaps the audience didn't.
You see that switch up ahead there?
Yeah?
I'm gonna jump for it.
What have you missed?
You'll just have to change the name of this program to the Waldo Wigglesworth Show.
Good luck, Hoppity.
The Waldo Wigglesworth Show. I wonder where that train is going to wind up.
I'll tell you where. Right in the middle of another program entirely.
And as the sun sinks slowly behind our soggy scenery, we take leave of our friends once more. With saddened hearts and tear-filled eyes, we...
Now, wait a minute. We're coming back again with another story.
Sure, we'll be back before you can say toy boat 3 times real fast.
Toy boat, ooh.
Well, watch for the further adventures of Hoppity Hooper. Toy boat, Tordo boy.
Toy boy.
Toy boy.
You may not believe this, but our friends are broke again.
I believe it.
And how did it happen?
It's a long story.
We've got 4 minutes left.
No, Fillmore, I've got it.
A light bulb?
No, an idea.
Golly, things sure happen fast in California, Uncle Waldo.
If you think that was fast, watch how quickly we get to Angel's Camp. Fade out, fade in.
Remarkable, Professor.
Now to find the judges and enter you in the contest. Come on, Hoppity.
Remarkable. All he said was, fade out, fade in. Gee, I guess I don't have the knack.
Well, does this leave a wide open field for Buckshot Brown and his Australian frog? But there's rather a skimpy group at the starting line. Only Buckshot Brown's entry, Henry the Australian frog, who looks remarkably like a kangaroo, and something that looks like Hoppity Hooper, but doesn't behave a bit like him.
Get your clammy paws off of me, fat stuff.
See? Our Hoppity would never make such an uncalled-for remark.
Uncalled for? He tried to take away my cigar.
You know, if you think you can do a thing, chances are you're really going to do it.
Gee, this story has a moral to it, doesn't it?
Yup, and what's more, it's even got a happy ending.
It has?
Yup, and this is it.
How can you tell?
Because look, we're going hand in hand into the sunset.
Yes, the traffic zone. That intergalactical millennium of timelessness that is somewhere between the intercosmic...
All right already.
What Waldo means, Hoppity, is that Fillmore is caught in that intergalactical millennium of timelessness that is somewhere between the intercosmic celestial meridian known as the traffic zone.
Confound it, that's not what I meant at all.
Tune in to our next episode and find out where the celestial meridian intergalactical is. If you already know, please tell us so we can write the next episode.
For although our friends don't know it, they are in the middle of a field of Wadabango corn, from which is made...
Now, just a minute. Just a minute.
Who are you, sir?
Oh, just a typical Hoppity Hooper fan. I'm also a teacher of botany, and I never heard of Wadabango corn.
Really? How's that grab you, Professor?
I don't believe a word of it. Now I do.
My new elixir, of course. We have here a totally new concept in automobile go power.
I see what you mean.
I don't.
Well, you will see when I mention the magic words, auto racing.
Hey, you're right. I do see.
That's it, Hoppity. You've hit the nail on the head.
I have?
A straight track.
I see what you mean.
I don't. I mentioned some magic words, Waldo.
All right, Throckmorton, drag strip.
It worked again.
Well, today we find our heroes at the drag strip trying to... who are you?
I'm a Hoppity Hooper watcher, and I don't know what's going on.
Oh. Well, it all began when Waldo Wigglesworth, without knowing it, brewed up a mess of Indian Guide elixir containing Wadabango corn, which turned out to be too powerful to take internally. As a result, Waldo is trying to sell it to a group of speed demons at his friendly neighborhood drag strip.
Thank you very much.
Little did our friends know that the elixir from sitting in the hot sun was going to explode in just a few seconds.
Uncle Waldo, that jug of elixir is going to explode in a few seconds.
How do you know, Hoppity?
Gee, don't you ever listen to the narrator?
Not if I can help it, no. So, Fillmore, we come to the conclusion of our story.
Yeah. And you know what this is?
What?
I'll whisper. It's...
No, Fillmore!
What did you say, Fillmore?
I said it's...
No, Fillmore!
Gee, I didn't think it was so bad.
What did you say, Fillmore?
I said it's a happy ending.
No, Fillmore.
Better let me do the talking, Hoppity. I can charm the birds off the trees. There they are now.
Fillmore, are we going to let him get away with that?
Well, it's his country, Hoppity.
But we have passports.
Correction. We had passports.
Gee, what kind of a TV hero are you?
Actually, I'm more of a TV musician.
Will our story end so quickly? And if so, what do we do for 3 more episodes?
Fake it! Fake it!
Well, last time we heard all about Prince Teddy of Monomania, who was turned into a frog and imprisoned by his wicked Uncle Lupo, a treacherous, slimy, double-dealing old scalawag. Our hero, Hoppity, started out to rescue him.
As a frog, he's a member in good standing of the International Brotherhood of Frogs, Toads, Salamanders, and Newts.
Right.
Incorporated.
Thank you.
Local 27.
Yes. Gee, supposing the magician gets the wrong frog and tries to turn Hoppity into a handsome prince, and...
Please! You want to give away the whole plot?
Well, don't worry, I have friends on the outside.
This is the place, Fillmore.
How do you know, Waldo?
Don't you ever pay attention to the first part of the episode?
Oh, sorry.
Small wonder I'm not Hoppity Hooper. I'm the Frog Prince.
Where's Hoppity?
Well, I imagine right now he's putting on his wedding costume.
His wedding costume?
Yes. This is one of those unbelievable stories about mistaken identity.
I'm a plain cartoon-type frog.
Oh, come off it, Teddy. Cartoon-type frogs are cute little creatures who hop all around and croak. Yes, your wickedness. What are your orders? Read that.
Obey Prince Teddy and let the other frog and his friends go. This announcement brought to you by the Committee of Happy Endings for Hoppity Hooper.
I guess there's nothing more to say except be with us next time for the further adventures of Hoppity Hooper.
This announcement brought to you by the Committee for Ending Hoppity Hooper episode.
All right. What do you do?
Mostly I hop up and down and I croak.
You're a beetle?
No, I'm a frog. I have my own television program.
How are the ratings?
Here's the last ones.
You don't need a job. You need a transfusion.
Well, can all of these robberies of famous monuments and landmarks be part of the same great plot? If not, why would we bother to mention them? And what will our friends do about it?
Yeah, what?
Nothing right now.
How come, Uncle Waldo?
The episode is over.
Oh.
The Brooklyn Bridge. Uh-oh. Did somebody already steal the Brooklyn Bridge? Of course not. It was sold. Who sold it? I did. Boris Badenov, you're on the wrong program. If there's a chance to make a dishonest dollar, who cares?
Listen, fellas, Mr. Flugelhorn here has a problem.
He's got a problem. If we don't get our Limburger statue back to Foggy Bog, then we'll spend the next 4 episodes in the Hoosgow.
And it was all due to your hero and mine, Hoppity Hooper, who said these famous words.
Gee, Uncle Waldo, the floor is all covered with sand.
Yes, Hoppity, somebody broke my hourglass.
Then I guess it's the end of the episode.
How come?
Our time is run out.
For more sorry japes of the same vintage, be with us next time for more adventures of Hoppity Hooper. And within a short time, Hoppity had collected the necessary material. The wood he got from lumberyard scraps. The springs he got from an old bed. The tin he got from cans on the city dump. And the small atomic power plant he got by...
This portion of Hoppity Hooper has been deleted in the interests of national security by the Nuclear Control Commission, whose policy, as always, is, that's for us to know and for you to find out.
Doctor, we have a question to ask you. You want to know how to turn the volcano off?
Yeah, but how did you know?
I was just watching the first part of the episode.
Well, what's the answer?
He hasn't seen the end of the episode yet, Hoppity.
Well, offhand, I would say you need to put a cork in it. You see? Ask a foolish question, you get a foolish answer.
No, wait a minute. Fillmore, do you remember when you were making that atom-powered corkscrew a couple of episodes ago?
Let me flash back a minute. Oh, yeah. Waldo said...
You bird brain, how can anybody use a corkscrew that big?
And I said, don't worry, I also built a cork to match it. Yeah, now I remember.
Ooh, it's murder to send a mere boy up in a crate like that.
He's not really a boy. They're more of a frog.
Oh. Well, in that case, I don't have any dialogue to fit the occasion.
Yes, Hoppity was left high in the air with nothing but his bucket seat, his top wing, and his raw courage.
Guess which one I'll lose first.
Below him, the rest of the plane and the enormous cork hurtled down toward the maw of the volcano. and by a fortuitous circumstance, unknown outside of television cartoons, hit dead center.
And if it goes, it means the end of our Hoppity.
Even worse, it means the end of our whole series. We'll have to earn an honest living. There's only one thing to do.
We end the episode and think of something before next time.
No, we use your bugle.
Okay.
Hi there, Bullwinkle fans. Once again, you're tuned into the wrong program, for this is the Hoppity Hooper Show. Once again, we find our friends in serious trouble as they, funny. You don't look as if you're in serious trouble.
Oh, we're not. Everything's running very smoothly, thank you.
We got money in the bank and meat on the table.
Even the weather's nice.
Oh, no problems?
No problems.
No harebrained schemes? No thieves, blackguards, or unspeakable Turks to outwit?
Not even a bill collector.
Sure makes a dull episode, doesn't it?
But, of course, our heroes can get into trouble at the drop of a hat.
That's ridiculous. Look, I'll drop a hat and show you.
The wind's blowing it right out into the middle of the road, Waldo.
Well, let's get it before somebody runs over it.
No sooner had they started across the highway than...
That's the last hat I'll drop for you, Charlie.
Here come our poor, unsuspecting friends back to the car. No, enough. I cannot stand to watch it. Until next time, anyway. Well, Frog fans, I ask you, what could be worse than being stuck on the bottom of the ocean in a Ferkel 500?
Having a submarine out there trying to ram us, that's worse.
And having a giant squid ready to attack us, that's worse.
And having the car leaking besides.
And having a...
All right already. And wouldn't you know it, that's just the place that Hoppity Hooper and his two companions got a flat tire.
Actually, we didn't get a flat tire. Our truck did.
But not the truck, really, just one of the wheels.
Oh, excuse me.
Oh, that's all right.
Oh, anyone can make a mistake.
I think nothing of it.
Let's get on with our story, shall we? Our heroes had a flat. Well, with the help of the night clerk, our friends soon got themselves up in Halloween costumes. Hoppity put a pumpkin on his head and went as a jack-o'-lantern. Fillmore used a clean sheet off the bed and went as a white ghost.
Not such a clean sheet. I'm going as a tattletale gray ghost.
And Waldo went to the devil.
That's as the devil.
Oh, the specters had more direct means of silencing the feathered alarm clocks. It says free chicken dinners. Where's the chicken?
Chicken in Spectre.
Meanwhile, back in the small cell, our heroes were trying to devise some means of escape.
Chicken Inspector!
Gee, what happened?
Oh, it's a long story, boys.
We've got half an episode left. Come on in.
Hi-ho, hi-ho. Watch it, fellas. That song is copyrighted.
This here is the happiest ending we ever had.
But looking back, waving to Jack, they didn't watch where they were going, and...
Oh! This is a happy ending?
The only way to find out is to watch for the next adventure of Hoppity Hooper. If our three heroes show up, you will know this was a happy ending after all.
What luck! The water will break our fall.
But their luck was still running bad. They missed the water and hit a sandbar.
Well, this is the first time in 100 episodes we didn't get saved from a cliffhanger.
It's the first time in 100 episodes we've had the hopeless diamond ring going for us.
Oh, if he but knew what awaits him. If he but knew the terror that hangs over those crumbling walls. If he but knew the danger.
Then why don't you tell him?
What, and give away the plot? No.
How can we help him some more?
We could go back 3 episodes before all this started.
What's that?
Just a little peasant under glass. Inside joke. We've got to save him, Pensdorf.
Yeah.
He's our buddy, our pal, the star of the show.
Yeah.
And besides, he owes me 38 cents.
Gee, another happy ending.
But what about the little kingdom of Ubetsia?
What about it?
Well, remember, this whole story started because they were so poor.
Oh, well, we're very rich now.
How come, King Pippin?
Well, you see, people came from all over the kingdom to watch the dragon fights.
Naturally, walking all that distance wore out their shoes.
Something tells me I shouldn't have asked.
So I set the whole country to work making shoes.
I can see it coming, but I can't stop it.
Soon other people began to buy our sturdy footwear. And the kingdom of You Betcha waxed hale and prosper. For today, everybody in the world has heard of
You Betcha Boots! And You Betcha Boots will be back again soon with another of the Adventures of Hoppity Hooper.
I can't stand it! I can't stand it!
Oh, wait a minute. Wait a minute. That didn't happen last time.
Well, I must be getting ahead of my story.
Yeah, I don't think I'm gonna like this story.
It sounds like a tragedy.
Well, our story actually
A
begins...
tragedy with an unhappy ending.
Well, they're the worst kind.
Our story begins...
I like stories with happy endings.
Yeah, especially if I'm in them.
Our story...
There you are.
Do you mind?
Sorry.
Our story begins in Foggy Bog, Wisconsin.
That's sort of a tragedy in itself.
Okay, gang, let's go! It was a wonderful plan, but Waldo had forgotten about those ropes tied around their necks. When they reached their limit, Fillmore's broke.
The neck?
The rope.
I wouldn't believe us.
He's a TV hero. Does Batman desert Robin? Does Matt Dillon desert Doc and Kitty? Does Bullwinkle desert Rocky?
Never!
Does Dudley Do-Right desert Nell?
Oh, shameful thought.
Well, it's the same with Hoppity. He's our hero.
But Waldo, Hoppity is gone.
You know, Doc, we may be breaking new television ground at this moment.
How?
We have entered the age of the Fink.
Oh, we've been there for some time.
Now, at the crucial moment, you jump out and demand that they let Uncle Waldo and the doctor go.
Hey, what's the crucial moment?
It's usually right before the episode ends.
The
Good thing. Did you know that he was a secret agent hired by a syndicate of oil magnates?
magnets always stick together.
How do you know that, Hoppity?
I got a letter from a little girl in Cincinnati, Ohio, who watched the last episode.
Thank you, Cindy Lou Gershman.
Just then...
Hey, what's happening?
The screen is shaking.
Say, that reminds me, there's something very important I've been meaning to tell you two. You see,
You can't tell us now, Uncle Waldo. It's too late.
What do you mean, too late?
Well, look up there. It's the end already.
Oh, drabs.